Today, I want to share with you a technique that can be used for transforming energy. And it's a breathing technique. It's called Tonglen. This comes out of the Buddhist tradition, and the easiest way to apply this transformative technique is to practice on yourself. So the way it works is if you are experiencing a moment in your day when you're feeling really down, you're in victim mode, you practice breathing in your own pain and suffering. So you breathe in your pain, your anger, your suffering, your resentment, your woundedness, all of that. You just breathe it in. And then you breathe it out, transformed to compassion, healing, love, and joy. So you breathe it in, all that suffering, and you breathe it out, transformed to healing, compassion, joy, love, all of those positive energies. And just do that repeatedly. You can do that in a boardroom. You can do that anywhere. You can do that while you're walking down the street. Okay, nobody will know that you're doing it, but it's powerful. So that's level one. Level one is when you do that for yourself. Level two is when you apply the practice for somebody you know who's suffering. So you bring to mind the person who's suffering. They don't have to be anywhere near you. You don't have to be in the same room as the person in order to help them with this technique. They can be across the world. You just simply breathe in their pain, their suffering. You just breathe in their anger, their resentment, whatever's going on for them, their feeling of victimhood, their feeling of woundedness. You just breathe it in and you breathe it out, transformed to compassion, to healing, to love, to joy. And you continue in that pattern. The third level is really advanced practice. And when you do the third level, you are applying all of this to somebody who has wronged you. So bring to mind somebody who's been an antagonist in your life, somebody who's pushed your buttons perhaps, or somebody who's done something that's really been problematic for you. And you just bring to mind that person and you imagine their pain, their anger, their suffering, all of what must be beneath the negative behavior. You imagine that, the resentment, the woundedness. You breathe it in and you breathe it out, transformed to compassion, healing, love, joy. And that is, it can feel like a challenge when you start. I encourage you to work with it. Start with level one. Start by applying this to yourself. I will say this, that forgiveness work is very powerful when we forgive someone else's being, the being that's underneath the behavior. I'm not talking about excusing behaviors that are inexcusable, but I'm talking about forgiving the human being underneath that, acting unskillfully. When we do that, we free ourselves. We're no longer a jailer holding the key over someone else's jail cell. When you're in that situation, you're in the jail as well. You want to go free with this. You want to free up the energy. You want to transform it to something really, truly beautiful and expansive for yourself. So this is about liberty. Let me know if you have any questions about this. I'd be happy to answer them. And I'd also really like to know how this goes with you. So let me know. Bye.